Hey guys, it's Shannon. So I'm adding the last few little details to the workshop, and I have this blank wall right here next to what will be a door. And I thought, what a great space to add a chalkboard to. I always have a paper list where I write down all of the things I need to cut or the things I need to do in the workshop. And I thought, you know what? I'll throw the chalkboard and then I'll have a list right there that I can kind of cross off and erase as I go. So let me show you how I'm going to create this chalkboard. So let me show you some of the supplies I will be using for this project. Of course, I'll be using some chalkboard paint and some painter's tape to frame it out. This nice straight edge, which I am loving. This is new to me. It's 48 inches long and hard metal, so it is just a huge help with drawing straight lines. I'll be framing the whole thing out in just some wood lattice. And then I also wanted to shout out Colorshot. This is a new to me spray paint. I hadn't heard of it before, and it's actually exclusive to Joann's. And I really love it for a lot of different reasons. First of all, the names on all of these are super cute. These are a few that I chose to try. And then I also like that the cans actually have the finish on them, so you can see that the bronzer is a shiny metal finish, whereas some of them are satin. And I'm also going to add some clear sealer to this as well. But I'm going to be using it on this piece of hardware right here. This is just a drawer pull, and I'm actually going to put it upside down, whereas normally you would hold it this way and pull your drawers out. I'm going to turn it this way and use it to put my chalk in. So let's get started with this project. What I did was just measure off the wall where I would like the chalkboard to be, and this is where the straight edge came in handy, so I could kind of connect all my little tick marks. My chalkboard measured about 32 inches tall by 14 inches wide, but you can adjust the size to fit your space. Next, I used my painter's tape to outline that border that I drew with the straight edge, and just made sure to press down the edges to make sure I didn't have any bleeding. Then it was time to add the chalkboard paint. I just used a regular paintbrush, and after the first coat dried, I added a second coat of chalkboard paint. While that dried, I used my Colorshot spray paint in the color bronze to give that hardware a coat, and it actually only took one coat of paint. It actually covers really well. Another thing I really like about this spray paint is the grip. It's actually very comfortable in your hand and easy to spray. Now it's time to add the frame. I measured for the sides first and used my miter saw to cut the lattice down. It's very thin wood, so you could actually use a hand saw for this as well. Once the side pieces were cut, I sat these in place and then measured for my top and bottom pieces.
After the frame pieces were cut, I used some 80 grit sandpaper to smooth them all down. Then I also gave all the frame pieces one coat of wood stain. This is the color Jacobine by Minwax. It's also a matching color to all of the trim in the workshop. Once the wood stain had dried, it was time to attach them all to the wall. I just used 1 1/4 inch brad nails and a brad nailer to make sure everything stayed in place. Then it was time to add the hardware. I used my drill and drilled pilot holes and then attached the hardware with the provided screws. And here's a look at the finished chalkboard. I know it's going to come in extra handy for me in the workshop. I want to take a second to thank Colorshot by Joann Fabrics for letting me test out their great spray paint. I hope that this video inspired you. If it did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also share this with your friends and family and inspire them too. Hit that subscribe button. I do DIY tutorials every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can also hit the bell so that you get notified when my videos do go live. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.